Coffee, good to go. Just getting ready for the real big day this weekend. Joanne's 30th birthday on Saturday. I'll try to make her feel even more special.
What'd you get her?
A bag of stuffing. There's some jewelry in there. Got her a big surprise that I'm gonna save for her to find out before you guys. And just a couple other little things to hopefully make her feel loved and special, which she very much is, both of. Here in Austin, Texas, in my hotel room. We are Wednesday evening, so the day before competition starts. Our first event is tomorrow. We know nothing about it besides the fact that we're getting on a bus at 7 a.m., driving 1.5 to 2 hours somewhere, and that we need to bring trail running shoes. Other than that, they told us we'll find out all the information that we need to know then. We get back here at 3 p.m., have a little bit of time to decompress from whatever it is, fuel up, and then all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got, I think, 3 events on each of those days. So it's a 10-event weekend. It's going to be hefty.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel good. I'm excited. I think that's very cliche to say. Obviously, everybody's excited for a competition. Usually, I'm very nervous and anxious the night before. I still am a bit nervous, but in a different way, I think. It's theoretically the beginning of the end for me if it's the first competition of my last individual year competing. That feels special, and I want to make sure that it is. So I'm going to try to really zoom out this weekend and soak it all in and appreciate the fact that I get to do this, that I've been able to do it for 10 years, and that this could be my final year. I want to really try to appreciate it all.
You've seen the workouts now?
Yeah.
Do you actively think about, like, oh, this will be good for me, or this, like, oh, I wonder if this one's going to be tough, or anything like that?
I think I used to often see the workouts and decide which ones were good for me, not so good. I don't know. Ironically, I didn't even notice it, but I didn't do as much of that when they came out. I kind of just thought, okay, this looks like a good spread of workouts overall. And there are definitely some where I'm like, all right, those movements feel less intimidating to me or are things that I can excel in. Like the second workout is bar muscle-ups, ski erg, GHD sit-ups. But try not to put too much emotion behind any particular workout, because you never know. The one that you feel like you're going to crush, you could get crushed by, and that can just make it even tougher to process and deal with. So I try to stay pretty neutral and just do what I can for all of them. I think, honestly, again, not to sound cliche and boring, but it is a cool, well-rounded set of tests. I think they're very classic CrossFit. There are going to be some tough elements to them. Nothing that's going to like bury us per se, as far as we know so far. So I'm just excited for the challenge and to get out there and try to kick some booty and have some fun.
You're always on Noah time.
No. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go have some fun. Coffee, good to go.
Good luck on your first day of school.
Thank you, Dad. Day 1 is done and dusted, no pun intended, but we did have a 4.2 mile ruck trail run way out at the Henniger's property somewhere in Texas. I don't even know where we were, to be honest. They loaded us up on buses in the morning, pretty early, 7 a.m. We took off, drove for about 2.5 hours, way deep into the country, and got off the bus. We're given a ruck and had a little bit of time to warm up. We had a very hilly run. The sandbag thing felt kind of inconsequential, like it was very quick, very light, didn't really shuffle people up too much. All in all, I finished in 9th on that, which doesn't sound amazing, but also is not terrible considering there's a field of very fast gentlemen and ladies that we were running against. I think it was a good start to the weekend. Physically, I feel great. We've got 9 events to go still, which is quite a bit to do in the next 3 days, but looking forward to it. Sleepy vibes. End of day 2, in theory, since Thursday was day 1. We had 3 events today. Bar muscle-ups on a log, which was funky, but kind of fun. Back squats and box jump overs, and DT with a spin. My body's a little tenderoni. Quads and back are going to be sore for sure. But all in all, it was a good day. I think I'm in 10th place overall, and I wasn't doing a whole lot of leaderboard looking purposefully, but I just am aware of that, which means I get to be in the final heat tomorrow, which is always a good thing. There were a few moments today being in the first heat that Chandler and I did very well. That was another cool dynamic that Chandler and I were kind of side by side and duking it out all day. But we would do well, and then the second heat would go, and like 8 people would beat us. And I think tomorrow, being in the final heat, will be good. I think my favorite part of the day was the crowd. There was just like a really good energy exchange between the fans and I think all of the athletes, but in particular, I was trying to engage and interact, and I just felt this good exchange of energy, which was nice. Made it feel more fun that we're not just working out for ourselves. We're doing it for them. I don't know really what the for is, but it's good. Tomorrow is Joanne's 30th birthday. Woohoo! Super excited to celebrate her. October 29th. That's my priority for the day. I'll obviously be doing what I gotta do, but most of it is just to make Joanne feel loved and special, because she is.
Thanks, babe.
Pleasure. That's all we got for day 2. See you tomorrow.
And lane number 5, Noah Ohlsen.
That's all, folks. The 2022 Rogue Invitational is a wrap. Last time we spoke, we were recapping day 2 for you. We missed the recap for day 3 because we went out for Joanne's 30th birthday dinner, which was totally worth it. I'll take you back, talk a little bit about Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we had a lunge event to kick things off. It was short and sweet, pretty fast-paced, which sometimes I tend to like. I almost won my heat. I think I got out-lunged at the very end by Mr. Quant. But it was a good finish, a great way to start the day. Momentum was high going into that second event, which was the duel. We had a bunch of rounds of 1 legless rope climb, 10 overhead squats, and a sandbag carry. That was going fantastically well, spectacularly well. Through the first 3 rounds, I came off the floor. Somebody said to me, hey, I think you could win this event if you just speed up your rope climb descent a little bit. And I was like, they might be right, because I am getting to the barbell a little bit after some of the other guys, and my squat speed is helping me get ahead. So maybe if I get to the barbell at the same time as everyone, then I can win. But I changed up my technique in the middle of a workout, which is not always the best idea. Came off the rope, got tangled up in it. It came around and whipped me in the face, got some cuts on my nose from it. Stumbled forward with too much momentum to my barbell, tried to snatch it, ran forward to the edge of the platform, very dramatic, totally messed me up, came in like last place in my heat, and so didn't end up winning that workout, unfortunately, which was a bummer. The final event for that evening was the log clean and jerk. Not much to talk about there, just very awkward and different. I had practiced with a log that was a bit smaller in diameter, and it made a big difference. I, in practice, had put up 280 something. At Rogue, I got 270 up to my shoulders, but missed the jerk. Bummer, but I'm not super frustrated. It's not like I made any mistakes. I just didn't have it in me there. So ended Saturday a little bit bummed out performance-wise, but tried to put that behind me to celebrate Joanne. Going into Sunday, wanted to just leave it all out there, finish on a high note. The dumbbell snatch and strict parallel handstand push-ups, that was a repeat of 2019. I didn't do very well back then because I came out pretty hot on the handstand push-ups, decided to learn from my mistakes, broke those up from the beginning, ended up having an awesome come from behind heat win, little foot race with Scott Tetlow, got him by 0.03 seconds, and just had like this raw emotion, excitement at the finish line, which Alex caught a very cool video clip of that you may have seen on Instagram already. So that was very fun. Good way to start the final day of competition. Second event was the long one of the weekend. We had muscle ups, goblet squats, run up the hill, which literally our first run up the hill, in my mind I sang running up that hill, Stranger Things reference. That one went pretty well. I think I took second or third in my heat, maybe fourth or fifth overall. And then the final event was heavy grace, 225, 30 reps. I think I went into that event in 10th place and did moderately well and finished in 9th overall. So 9th overall, obviously not super stoked about that. Still going to competitions wanting to win, although there was this dichotomy in my mind of, hey, you said you wanted to de-emphasize your performance and position on the leaderboard and the importance of that versus just enjoying the experience. I did very much enjoy the experience of Rogue, but also still had this negative emotional gut reaction to not performing as well as I would have liked. So still figuring that all out, like where that balance lies on how much I still want to win versus how much I just want to enjoy it and not have that disappointment associated with not winning. That's a journey that we're now on together. So a little bit of insight for you guys there, and I'll continue to keep you posted as that unfolds. But that is the 2022 Rogue Invitational. Had an amazing time. Very thankful that we came out to Ohlsen for that. Thankful to the whole Rogue team, Bill, Katie, and everybody that they had put the event together. Hands down, the #1 competition for athlete experience. They take care of everything for us, travel, hotel, just little special gifts to make us feel like we are professional athletes that are very well respected. And I will be back next year if I get the invite. So we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.
Peace.